Waking up at 5 a.m. is supposed to give you control. So why do so many people feel exhausted before breakfast? This is the real 5 a.m. blueprint. Wake early, protect your sleep, build focus, and master your morning without burning out. The problem is not the alarm, it is the night before. Most people copy fake hustle routines, sleep too little, drink bitter coffee, and call their tired face discipline. Grab a notebook, lace up your Jordans, and comment where you are watching from, because your morning does not start at 5 a.m. It starts tonight. It starts tonight because your morning is not created when the alarm rings. It is created at night, when your phone is glowing, your brain is tired, and one more video somehow becomes 40 lost minutes. That is where most 5 a.m. routines fail. People think early mornings are about discipline. They imagine themselves waking before sunrise, drinking coffee, journaling like a millionaire, running through quiet streets, and becoming unstoppable before breakfast. It sounds powerful. It looks great in a thumbnail. But if you sleep at 12:30 and wake at 5, that is not discipline. That is a burnout recipe wearing a productivity hoodie. You cannot steal from sleep and expect focus to appear like magic. Sleep is the battery. If the battery is dying, the phone does not become faster because you keep tapping the screen harder. Your brain works the same way. Poor sleep makes small problems feel huge. A simple email feels personal. A slow morning feels like failure. Suddenly, your manager asking for an update feels like a courtroom scene. So the first rule is simple. Do not wake up early by destroying your night. Wake up early by moving your night earlier. If your goal is 5 a.m., your bedtime must become serious. Not perfect, serious. Count backward from the alarm. 7 or 8 hours means the night cannot be treated like spare change. Create a shutdown window. Stop scrolling before your eyes turn into headlights. Put the charger away from the bed. Let your room become boring on purpose, even if your brain begs for one more episode. Because if your night stays messy, your morning will punish you. That is where the alarm rule saves the routine, before excuses wake up. And the next mistake happens before your feet even touch the floor. Because most people put the alarm in the worst possible place, beside the bed. That is not an alarm. That is a snooze button with confidence. When your phone is beside your pillow, your half-asleep brain becomes a lawyer. It argues for 5 more minutes, then 10, then just until 6. Then suddenly it is 7:18. Your hair looks like you lost a fight with a ceiling fan, and the 5 a.m. plan is gone. So rule 2 is physical separation. Put your phone across the room. Not slightly away, across the room. When the alarm rings, you must stand up, walk, and turn it off. That small walk matters. It breaks the spell. The bed loses power once your feet hit the floor. Now re-engage with yourself immediately. Do not check messages. Do not open social media. Do not look at news, comments, or somebody's breakfast photo like eggs are a national emergency. Your first 5 minutes should be boring on purpose. Turn off the alarm, drink water, turn on a light, wash your face. Put on your shoes. Yes, even inside, especially your Jordans. Shoes tell your brain we are moving. Pajamas whisper, maybe bed still loves us. Then open your notebook and read the sentence you wrote last night. At 5:10, I start with this task. 1 task, not 10. Do not wake up and ask what you should do. That question gives excuses a microphone, a stage, and terrible lighting before your day can even begin properly.
If this is helping, subscribe now, because the next part is where the blueprint either becomes life-changing or becomes another routine you quit by Thursday. Once decisions are removed, the real power of 5 a.m. finally appears. Once decisions are removed, the real power of 5 a.m. finally appears, because your first hour decides whether your life repeats or changes. Most people wake up early, feel proud, then spend the best part of their brain on the worst part of the internet. They check TikTok, they check messages, they check news, Suddenly, their quiet morning becomes digital junk food before sunrise. That is just distraction with an earlier start time. Your first hour needs one job: high-value progress. Not 5 goals, not a perfect routine with candles, cold plunges, green juice, and a desk that looks sponsored. One job, clear enough to start while your brain still sounds like dial-up internet. The simpler the task, the harder it is for excuses to hide. If you were a student, review one lecture. If you work full-time, study one skill that could raise your income. If you were building a channel, write one script section. If your health is the goal, walk, stretch, or prepare food before the day gets loud. Choose the task that gives your future self less stress, not the one that only makes today look busy.
Imagine a guy in Dallas who says he will study after work. Every night he is tired. His couch wins. His phone wins. Random drama wins. But from 5:15 to 6, before the day starts stealing energy, he studies one certification lesson. After 1 week, it looks small. After 30 days, it becomes evidence. After 90 days, it can become the reason he has options he did not have before. Evidence changes identity because your brain believes patterns more than promises. You stop saying, "I want discipline." You start saying, "I keep promises to myself." That sentence becomes powerful because your mornings have receipts. Use the 10-40-10 method. 10 minutes to wake up, 40 minutes of deep work, 10 minutes to record what you completed. Not planned, completed. This turns the morning from a vague routine into a trackable system. But do not make this hour brutal. The goal is not to destroy yourself before breakfast. The goal is to create proof without burning out when real life gets very heavy. And that is why the second hour matters more than most people think. And that is why the second hour matters more than most people think. Because success is not only output, it is maintenance.
Your body is not a side character in your productivity story. It is the engine. If the engine overheats, the destination does not matter. The car stops anyway. So from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., shift the goal. Hour 1 builds growth. Hour 2 protects energy. Start with movement, not punishment, movement. Walk, stretch, do light strength training, ride a bike, or jog if your knees are not filing complaints. Picture someone in Chicago stepping outside, hoodie on, Jordans tied, streets still quiet. No crowd, no noise, just movement. That is not only exercise, it is a signal. You are telling your body, this day starts under my control. Then give your mind direction. Read a few pages, review your calendar, write your top 3 tasks. Choose the one thing that must happen today, even if everything else gets messy. A busy day without direction becomes a pinball machine. You bounce from task to task and end tired, but nothing truly moves forward. Hour 2 gives the day a spine. Now, survive the first 21 days by making the routine small enough to repeat. Clothes ready, water nearby, notebook open, alarm across the room, first task written. Missing once is human. Missing twice is a pattern. Protect the next morning before excuses build a home. By day 90, the reward is not just waking early. It is self-trust. You said you would start, and you did. That proof changes how you see yourself. Do not chase perfect mornings. Build repeatable ones that survive real life daily. Because the goal is not to win one perfect morning and then disappear for 2 weeks. The goal is to become the kind of person who shows up, even when life feels messy, boring, or heavy. A better version of you is not waiting far away. They are waiting on the other side of one protected, quiet morning. One protected, quiet morning is all you need to begin. Not a perfect life, not endless motivation. Just one night prepared, one alarm respected, and one task finished. If this video helped, start tonight, then watch the next discipline video. And if you want more, please like and subscribe today.